89.3 and 88.5 Yes FM. Online at www.yeshome.com. Now on the free Yes FM iTunes app and the Yes FM Android app, or the free TuneIn Radio app. Search Yes FM Lima.
We have Torin from Royal Tailor on the line, and he's agreed to talk with us for a couple minutes this afternoon. How's it going?
It's going awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. And Royal Tailor has some great things going on right now, mainly this tour. They've been touring all around. They're going to continue to tour for a while. They're coming to our area. They'll be in Taylor, Michigan this coming Sunday starting at 7 o'clock. It's Royal Tailor, Manic Drive, and B. Rife going to be rocking the stage. So that's definitely something you don't want to miss. You can find out details by going to our concert beat at yeshome.com. So, Torin, tell us about Royal Tailor. What's going on with you guys?
Man, so much is going on. This tour has been incredible. We are actually coming back to Michigan. We were in Michigan at the very beginning of the tour in my hometown, Battle Creek. So we're stoked to get back to the great state, the home of the Detroit Lions, and put on a show for everybody.
Great. Now, if people have not seen you in concert before, kind of describe your style. I mean, are we gonna see something that's kind of acoustic, and you guys are gonna pull out the stools and just kind of kick back? Are we gonna see some pyrotechnics? I mean, are there gonna be like Cirque du Soleil performers on stage? Like, where do you guys range when it comes to your shows?
Well, you know, the whole concept of the tour is walls down. So we really want to create an experience that a diverse crowd can enjoy. That's why we have the artists we have. B. Rife, you know, he's got this hip-hop, neo-soul, acoustic white boy thing going. And then Manic Drive, you know, they've got their, like, frat boy, pop, rock thing, Canadian weird thing going. And then, you know, us, which however you want to categorize that. It's a night that's high energy. It's a good time. But then we bring it into this cool acoustic set in the middle of our set where we cover some really popular songs. That's been one of the highlights, I think, from the tour. But it's going to be high energy, man. We've got cryo, we've got blistering guitar solos, all of that. And the biggest thing is people are leaving these shows super inspired to go out and to change their world, change their communities. And that's the hope of the tour.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's really what we're encouraging our listeners to do here on the Afternoon Rebellion, is to not just go along with what the world is saying, but really to listen to what God's saying, and then go out there and change the culture, to influence the culture and not be influenced by it.
That's exactly it. That's the point.
Now, you mentioned that you guys do some covers in the middle, and a couple months ago, I think it was, you guys released a cover of Katy Perry's "Roar." Now, do you guys like to do covers? Do you guys like to do your original stuff, kind of mix it up? What's you guys' favorite thing to do?
We like to connect with people. So whatever makes that happen, music is a bridge. You know, it connects people, all different cultures, all different backgrounds, ways of life. So our music, obviously, on this tour connects with our fans because they love the albums and the songs that we've created and put out there, as do we. With the Katy Perry thing, what's really cool is we just did that kind of on a whim. We were bored in our hotel room, and Jared and I decided to work on this cover. So it ended up becoming this YouTube video, and then it was on BuzzFeed, and then RyanSeacrest.com picked it up, and it went through several rounds of this contest, and so it ended up being like a really big deal. We didn't plan for that, but we saw that people were coming to Royal Tailor, our site, and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and becoming Royal Tailor music fans because, you know, we created a context that we could connect with them in. Outside of just our music. So we love doing that. We know at our shows there are people coming that maybe never listen to faith-based music. So we like to bridge the gap there and bring them aboard. So it's fun.
Now, how do you guys feel like you are called into ministry? I mean, do you just let your songs speak for themselves? Do you do any type of, story sharing while you're in your concerts? Do you get up there and preach a sermon in the middle? How are you guys called to share that love of Jesus?
Well, I think that everyone is called to ministry. It's not just a special title for a certain few. Something that I say often is that there are a lot more people out in the seats than on the stage. And if we're placing the hope of the world on the people on the stage, then we're going to fall very, very short of accomplishing what we've been called to accomplish. So what we really want to do is move out of the way, and we want to inspire the people coming to the shows to realize that we may all have different occupations, but there's one calling, and that's to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ in whatever way, shape, or form you can carry that out. So we speak about who we are and where we come from and how God has worked in our lives in hopes that it will inspire someone else to realize that their brokenness doesn't have to hinder them from doing something great, or they're not disqualified from doing something great. They can step up and do it as well. So that's what we're trying to accomplish with Walls Down. That's the idea.
We are talking to Torin from Royal Tailor. They are going to be in concert at the Walls Down tour this Sunday with Manic Drive and Be Right. It's in Taylor, Michigan at the Metro South Church. Details can be found at our concert beat. So, Torin, you posted something on Facebook a couple days ago about your kind of pre-show rituals. And you kind of just gave all of us just a little taste of what happens before a show. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do to prepare before you go out on stage.
Well, if you go to our Facebook, we've got the video up, but I always do warm-ups before I go out. But at any time, anyone could be doing really random, crazy stuff. Like I think in the video, DJ is dancing around and acting like a goofball, which he usually is doing. But we actually play a lot of cornhole. I don't know if you know what this is.
Yes, I think most of us do, but in case somebody doesn't, explain it.
Well, it's like there are two boxes. They're like 26 feet apart, hole to hole, and you throw the beanbag to the hole, and you're in teams. And you play to 21. Whoever gets to 21 first wins. So we play that a lot. Toby Mack put us on cornhole on a winter jam. So we've been playing it, and we've been sharpening our skills. And I want Toby to know that if he wants to try and come out here with the Bird City and beat us in cornhole, it will not happen.
You guys are that good now, huh?
We're that good. We're that good. That's what we do before shows. We play cornhole.
What if it's like snowing? You're a Michigan boy,
well,
we
play
like.
Indoors.
Oh, okay.
We play indoors.
Okay.
Yeah. We like to play in different settings and situations and scenarios so that we're ready for anything.
Okay.
If the ceiling's low, we're playing.
Okay.
You just have to alter your shot. You got to be able to make shots under pressure.
I must say that I'm extremely impressed that you know how far apart the boards need to be, because every time I've ever played cornhole with anybody, it's kind of like drag the board over here, drag the other board over there.
No, we actually have a rope. We have a rope that is the exact length, and we lay that out, and we make sure that we're at the correct distance. Because this is not a game, this is a lifestyle.
No, are these Toby's rules, or are these like the official cornhole rules of how far apart they need to be?
These are the official cornhole rules.
Okay.
Toby Mack did not create this game. Though he may position himself as king of cornhole, he is not. There is a new generation rising up.
And who out of all of you is the best in the band?
Blake is lethal. Our bass player. He is lethal. He will drop 4 bags on you before you even know what hit you. But I will say, if any pair of us is on a team against any opponent, we will demolish them. There's no question. Manic Drive can't beat us. people that come in and think they're good, they can't beat us. We're waiting for Toby and B. Haley to come with their good stuff, because we're going to demolish them.
Okay. Well, Toby, if you're out there and you're listening to this, the gauntlet's been thrown.
Did you see how the tone of this
thrown.
conversation changed?
It really did. We're like, Jesus or cornhole? Let's go for the cornhole.
We gotta move on. I'm starting to get a little hype up. I'm starting to sweat and stuff.
Let's bring it back. We're gonna calm things down a little bit. We don't want you to get too excited about this cornhole. Yes.
Just breathe. I got my eye on it, though.
It's okay. It's okay. Life goes on.
All right.
Well, why don't you tell us about the guys that you're touring with from Manic Drive and B. Reith, the White Boy and the Crazy Canadians. How's your relationship with them?
They are awesome. B. Reith, I'm so impressed with. He's not a new artist by any means. He is creative. He's skilled. He can sing. He's got like a crazy voice. And he can rap. He can play acoustic extremely well. It's really, the caliber of musicianship is phenomenal. And then Manic Drive really knows how to connect with the audience. That's like their strongest attribute. You feel like you are in their living room and they're playing a private show for you. They know how to draw you in to their world. So it's really cool. It's been a lot of fun getting to know them and picking their brains and all of that. It's been fun.
Well, good. We are talking to Torin of Royal Tailor. They're going to be in concert once again this weekend. It's the Walls Down tour, Manic Drive, B. Reith, and of course, Royal Tailor. It is at Metro South Church. The show has been changed. It's at Metro South Church now, starting at 7 o'clock this Sunday, May 4th. And you can find out more details by going to our concert beat at yeshome.com. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Torin. We do have a few more minutes. Will you tell us a little bit about your song, Ready, Set, Go?
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually about to put out a music video for Ready, Set, Go. We're really excited about it. But the song Ready, Set, Go is basically an anthem for what we've been talking about. We really wanted to create an album that's the soundtrack for world change. And so these are songs, and this specifically is a song that is calling people to action. We can't be a church that's indifferent, apathetic, on the sidelines. It's time to step in and be the hope, be the light, be the love right now in this moment. So we're hoping that people grab onto that, and people are grabbing onto that message and going out and doing something positive with it.
Great. Do you have anything final to leave our listeners with? Any bits of encouragement? Anything maybe that God has been telling you specifically, or you guys as a band lately?
Well, the big thing that I've been challenged on personally is there's a campaign happening at my church right now called Live Generous 365, and it's a call to generous living. If there's a need presented, you meet it to the best of your ability. And that's something that I'm being challenged with every day. How do you better serve people? How do you give better? How do you live with an open hand and an open heart towards God? Because a lot of us live our whole lives thinking that God is concerned about what's in our hand, what we're giving, our time that we're giving. God, don't you see the time I'm putting in? Don't you see the work I'm doing? But God isn't looking at our hand. God's looking at our heart. And I would just encourage anyone out there, have your heart in the right place, motivations in the right place, and you'll see so much life come from that understanding and that perspective.
Well, great. Thank you so much for spending some time this afternoon with us.
Absolutely. Glad to do it.
And if people want to find out more information about Royal Tailor, if they're not stalking you online yet, where can they find you?
RoyalTailor.com, Instagram, @RoyalTailorOfficial, @RoyalTailor, #RoyalTailor. Pretty much type in Royal Tailor in any search engine and we'll pop up.
Fair enough. So go to Google, type in Royal Tailor, and you can find all the ways that you can stalk the boys.
That's not awkward at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Thanks again for spending the time with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes FM.